Hey everyone, the guy Matt here, and welcome to NFL Picks for Week 7. Let's get on straight into it. Starting off, we got the Jags and the Saints tomorrow night. Trevor Lawrence banged up with a knee injury, but sounds like he'll be good to go. Jags looked pretty good all around last week in the win over Indy. Saints lost last week to the Texans in a close one. I'm going with the Jags. I just think the Saints are just like a mid-team this year. Jacksonville, I said, I thought they got right in London. They've proved me right so far, I said last week. Lawrence should be good to go, but either way, I think ETN and them can help out enough. Doug Peterson, good head coach. I think Jacksonville gets the win. Alrighty, Falcons and the Bucks. I fucking hate Desmond Ridder, man. I said he was bad, but I thought that I picked the Falcons if I remember correctly. But man, Falcons, I'm staying away from them until you bench that bum of a quarterback. Desmond, as the Bucks got pretty destroyed, I'd say, from what it felt like to the Lions last week. Yeah, Desmond Ridder, if he struggles against the Commanders defense, this Bucks defense good as well. He's gonna have another bad game. Bijan's gonna be good. Looked nice to see Kyle Pitts finally get involved, but doesn't matter. When they got Ridder at QB, not gonna win. I think the Bucks and Baker bounce back. Give me Tampa Bay to win. Alrighty, the backup QB bowl, I guess, as it sounds like Jimmy G and Justin Fields could be out this week for the Raiders and Bears respectively. Vegas with an ugly win, but hey, they finally scored 20 points last week over New England as the Bears fell to the Vikings at home. I like the Raiders in this one. I just have more faith in their backup QB situation. And even if Fields plays, I'm just assuming Fields doesn't play to be clear. But I think I'd pick the Raiders anyway. But yeah, real faith in the Raiders' backup QBs, that's not saying much. I think Jacobs might finally be able to get it going this week against the Bears. Yeah, but Michael Mayer had a breakout game last week. I think Max Crosby can do some damage. So yeah, I think Vegas gets the one here. And Raiders, if they keep building momentum, could fly under the radar, sneak into the playoffs. Alrighty, the Browns and the Colts. How about Cleveland knocking off the fucking 49ers, my least favorite team? Let's go, Cleveland. I see you. Without Deshaun Watson. But yeah, now they face a test in Indianapolis this week. Sounds like Anthony Richardson is going to be out for the year, which you just hate to see, man. Exciting young player. Enormous ceiling. Really hope he stays healthy and controls his full potential. But yeah, the Cleveland's defense might be the best in the league. I still think we give out credit to Pittsburgh due to Pittsburgh beating Cleveland, but Browns defense like right up there at the top in my opinion. As they'll be facing Gardner Minshew, who had an ugly game last week in Jacksonville. Like I said, Anthony Richardson out. Jonathan Taylor came back. I really didn't notice, to being honest, that he's been back with like what I've seen on the field, a few red zones. So yeah, I think the Browns get the win here. The defense just is going to be too much for the Colts. I think the offense does enough again, and I think maybe something kind of clicked before Watson got hurt in that Tennessee game for Cleveland. So I think if he comes back, it might click. It could click again. But anyway, I see Cleveland getting the win. Alrighty, Commanders and Giants up next. Props to the Giants. I know this sounds crazy. I honestly think if Danny Dimes is healthy, they probably win that game against Buffalo. Nothing against Tyrod Taylor, but he was pretty bad down there. Some controversy at the end there. But yeah, facing a Commanders team that obviously beat Atlanta last week's defense looked good, and I'm gonna run with that defense. Sam Howell had some moments of good and bad last week as well. Still don't know if he got in him. But Tyler, Danny Dimes, I think the Commanders' defense is just gonna flush the evil of him, shut down Saquon with that D line. I think the Commanders win it. The field goals in defense. Go back to Lee Corso back in the 90s or something, Nebraska headgear. Yeah. Alrighty, Lions and Ravens up next. This to me is just sorry before we get into this. It feels like we have fewer games this week, like more teams on the bye. I know, I mean about Taylor's way, but still feels like fewer games this week. Yeah, Lions best team in the NFC, possibly. 5-1 tied with the Eagles and Niners for the best record. As they're facing a tough Baltimore team, obviously with Lamar. Who, Detroit's offense kind of looked bad last week against, but the Bucks defense is good. But their defense stepped up in a big manner. It's against Baker Mayfield, but still, good job by the Lions. And I apologize that the Ravens, I know, didn't have a bye, but for the life of me, I can't remember who they played. Oh, I thought they beat the Titans in London. That's right. All right. Yeah. I really only I caught the bad part of that game from Baltimore, if I'm being honest, because 9:30 a.m. too early. I don't do that crap. Yeah. But yeah, got the win over the Titans in London. Um, looked good in the first half, but still Lamar made some questionable plays with defense. Just kind of like did this motions to win that game. But you can't do that against the Lions. As I'm sticking with the Lion pride. I believe Detroit is a legit contender in the NFC. I think Baltimore can keep it close. Last time these two teams played, Justin Tucker 66-yard NFL record field goal, or 67, whichever one. But the Ravens can't do that today. Lions show they are a legit team, get a statement road win against a good AFC squad again. Give me Detroit to win. Alrighty, Bills and Patriots up next. Bills, man, that was an that was an ugly, tough game to watch. Flip to the LCS a bit. Nice shout out to the Angels being up 2 over the fucking Astros. Yeah. Bills and Patriots. If the Bills offense plays like it did last week, New England might have a chance because the offense, I know it's against the Raiders, but still kind of looks solid. But man, did Buffalo look bad. But never easy to win in Foxborough until it is, which I think it is for Buffalo. I think the Bills, just ugly game last week. I think they regroup, refocus, block out the noise. I think their defense can, they just need to do much against the Patriots offense. But yeah, I think the Bills just regroup as a team. Offense goes back out, and we kind of see what happened, against the Raiders and Commandos in weeks 3 and 4. I think Buffalo wins easily. Alrighty, Cardinals and Seahawks up next. Cardinals got demolished in the second half by my Rams. We'll talk more about my Rams side in a second. Just give me a bit of skills in the first half until they figured out they couldn't stop my Lord and Savior Kyron Williams. But yeah, facing Seattle, who had a very, very tough very bad struggles in the red zone last week against Cincinnati. As I think Seattle, I mean the Cardinals, I've said this before, I give props to them. I thought they'd be kind of like the Panthers this year, but they've been more competitive than I thought. Um, so props to them. I think they can keep, kind of like the Lions, I think they can keep it close for a half, but I just think Seattle too much with DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, I think Seattle's just, bell team, really not much else to say, and I think the Seahawks get the win. Alrighty, Steelers against my Rams up next. Pittsburgh coming off a bye week. I swear if we can't stop Matt Canada's offense, there'll be blood. I'm joking. But yeah, my Rams obviously, what do you know? We run the ball. I was screaming at red zone in the first half. Run the ball, McVay. I personally looked at Rams Twitter because firstly everybody was saying run the ball at the half. Looked at he's like, oh, maybe I should run the ball with Kyron Williams. Oh, what do you know? Guy has like 178 or something on 25 carries. Elite. But yeah, Williams definitely gonna be facing a tough test of Al Kyron Williams this week, and our backup running it was Zach Evans, the rookie out of Ole Miss, like I saw him last year with the Rams. Maybe he can give us a spot, but it's gonna be a tough test against this stout Pittsburgh defense. Obviously, T.J. Watt is a game record. He single-handedly wills Pittsburgh to victories, like we saw a couple weeks ago. Also, Baltimore's drop I just helped a few weeks back. But I'm feeling this is gonna be kind of like a low-scoring game. Pittsburgh's defense, like I said, is gonna keep them in it. The Steelers' offense, though, if Matt Kidd is still going to be bad, might get a touchdown if they're lucky. Even defense helps them out for some points. But I don't think the Steelers have. They can get the pressure, but I don't think they have the DBs to keep up with Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, and Tutu Atwell. Don't sleep on Tutu. Puka and Kupp are kind of overshadowing him, but Tutu Atwell a very solid season, as well as my boy Higbee at tight end. But yeah, not enough secondary help for Pittsburgh. That's the difference. The offense sinks Pittsburgh again in a good defensive performance. Stafford and Kupp will the Rams in their passing game to an ugly victory. Give me my Rams to win. Alrighty, Chargers and Chiefs. Not probably. That was the worst game I've seen from Justin Herbert. He was missing guys left and right. Like he's so good, and that just makes you so infuriated because those are those he hits in his sleep. But obviously, no, can't do the coulda, shoulda, woulda. Lost the game, move on, and now you got a tough test against Arrowhead, where you won last year, if I remember. Yeah, you did win last year in Arrowhead. But yeah, Chiefs' defense this year is actually willing them to victory, not their offense. Offense is kind of struggling a bit for Kansas City standards, but the defense has really stepped up. Good job to Steve Spagnuolo, especially once they got Chris Jones back. I think there's going to be another kind of Chiefs defensive game, I think they can like kind of copy down. They won't be able to do as well as Dallas, but and Hobart won't miss as many throws, but like you can't like Mahomes. Mahomes. What would you for some Mahomes magic? So that's the difference. Shot gonna be a bit. I think it's just gonna be a typically in like 27-24, something like that. But Mahomes magic gets the Chiefs to win. Give me Kansas City to win. Packers and Broncos. Yeah, this is could be ugly. Yeah, a pretty bad game probably. Um, Green Bay coming off a bye that could help, but Denver, man, like was it 15, 16, something like that straight losses to Kansas City? Like, how do you do that against a divisional opponent? You play them twice a year, but yeah, just really, just tail down, bone the ship down, Denver. Get Caleb Williams, get Drake May or somebody like that in the draft. Hey, maybe block that. But damn, that's tough. But the Packers, struggled as well with Jordan Love not running it with Aaron Jones enough. Lost a tough one to the Raiders. That's gonna be a tough pill to swallow. And I think Green Bay swallowed it. I think we see a different Green Bay team out of the bye. I think it's gonna help Jordan Love, like Matt LaFleur, and them. Like, hey, listen, there'll be some growing pains this year, but NFC weak conference this year, we still got a shot. Let's just hit the reset, play our best foot on the stretch, and I think if they show some of that this week against Denver, I think we see kind of like the week one Jordan Love against the Bears. So give me the Packers to win. Alrighty, Dolphins and Eagles. Looked for a second there like Devon A-Chain was a bigger part of Miami's offense than we all thought. This ain't like he's big. Evidently not, as Tyreek Hill continues to make a case of why the receiver could win the MVP as the Eagles have to shake off that awful game by Jalen Hurts. That hurts to watch. Pun intended. But yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. Shootout potential, I think, obviously with these two offenses. But I do think Miami's offense will run into some issues. Philadelphia, good defense, kind of similar to Buffalo. Miami struggled a bit up there. I think Tua and Miami struggle a bit back there. I think Holtz heals the criticism, and he's like, hey, that was a fluke. That ain't the real me, guys. And shows us why he's an elite quarterback in this league and got that huge contract. Julio Jones maybe gets involved a bit. No offense to Julio, Hall of Fame wide receiver, first ballot in my opinion, but he a bit washed now. But hey, good for him. Maybe gets a ring. But yeah, I think Philadelphia bounces back. Miami kind of gets reminded that hey, we still got things to work on. Give me Eagles to win. And 49ers and Vikings up next. 49ers injury bug hit them hard. I might hate them, but you never like to see a player like go down. Like even a guy like Sean Williams, who I despise. On the field, like you don't like as a human, you don't see what happens. So hope all those guys get better. But yeah, Vikings, without Justin Jefferson, yeah, I don't think I mean Brock Purdy did look pretty bad last week. Like I said, kind of overrated. Think the Niners can struggle as well. I have to see McCaffrey, Debo, how long they're out for. But I think the Vikings will struggle a bit without Justin Jefferson as well. Their defense is, despite me liking Brian Flores as a coordinator, isn't near as good as the Browns. So I think the Niners look kind of bad a bit still, but they find a way to win. Give me San Francisco to win. Alrighty, so the recap, I'm picking the Jags, Bucks, Raiders, Browns, Commandos, Lions, Bills, Seahawks, Rams, Chiefs, Packers, Eagles, 49ers. So I hope you all enjoyed. I'll catch you guys later. Later, guys.